Okay, thank you for coming today. I know it's been a little bit of a wild week, at least for Hillsboro it has been, so we really appreciate you guys coming. Thank you to our special guests that were able to make it today. We really appreciate you coming, and we're honored that you're able to be with us. We are going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. If you are able to stand, you could please stand and join our two fifth graders, Colton Pruitt and Lydia Light, as they lead us in the pledge. You may be seated. Okay, we're going to start with, we have included some patriotic tunes that many of you are familiar with. If you would like to sing along, please feel free to do so. I'm going to let Mr. C take it away. It is my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker, Major General John K. Singlaub, USA retired. Major General Singlaub is a decorated Army veteran. His World War II duties included a parachute mission into occupied France to organize, train, and lead a French resistant unit, which provided assistance to the Allied invasion forces. He then went to China to train and lead Chinese guerrillas against the Japanese. Just before the Japanese surrendered, he led a parachute rescue mission into an enemy prisoner of war camp on Hainan Island. This resulted in the release of 400 Allied prisoners of war. General Singlaub was assigned as chief of a U.S. military liaison mission in Manchuria, where he served for 3 years following World War II. He served 2 tours during the Korean War. He has served as commander of the Joint Unconventional Warfare Task Force in Vietnam, and later as assistant division commander of the 8th Infantry Division in Germany. He served as the Chief of Staff, United Nations Command, United States Forces, Korea. In addition to the above wartime command positions, were numerous training assignments both home and abroad. General Singlaub was instrumental in the establishment of the Ranger Training Center at Fort Benning, Georgia, where he also served as an instructor. He has been involved in Special Operations Command since World War II and is a large part of birth of the modern-day elite special forces. The General's 35-year military career has frequently reflected vanguard military action, having been awarded 45 military decorations. In retirement, he has received many additional distinguished honors and awards. May I present to you Major General John K. Singlaub, USA, retired.
Thank you very much. So many new gadgets that have come into being in recent years that it makes it a little bit difficult for new arrivals in the military to get along with those of us who have come from several decades earlier. As a matter of fact, I still give lectures to some of the advanced officer courses. I speak on the subject of special operations and what has happened in the last 50, 70 years. And one of the interesting things that comes up invariably as I'm speaking to this class frequently, the class is sitting in a classroom in Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and I'm sitting in my library here in West Haven. But because of the incredible system of telephones, I'm hooked up. My voice is broadcast to the students. They can ask me questions, and I can answer those questions. And I was in thinking about coming before this group. I'm honored to be with my former associates as members of the armed forces, especially the Army, which is my service. And I want to tell you that the most frequently asked question that I get in all of these classes that I am part of is, what is the most important characteristic or the most important quality that an Army officer needs to have to participate in special forces or Rangers or other special operations forces. And I used to have to think about that sometimes. I don't have to think about it now because it's so clear and it is so much appreciated. The quality that you must have to go in as a professional military officer in any of the services, including the Marines even. That's a joke. I'm an Army soldier. And the quality that I say is most important. And if you don't have it, then you better look for another profession. And that quality is integrity. Now, that means you must tell the truth. You cannot say, yes, sir, I am now on top of my objective, when you are in fact 100 feet or 100 meters off the top of the hill. And other people may be committed to help you get up the hill, but you must tell the truth. You must give an accurate account of everything you've done, even if it hurts at the time. And that's a quality that I find is important, not just in combat, but in the running of an organization. You have to rely on your subordinates to tell you the truth about what the situation is, and otherwise you can't make an intelligent decision on what needs to be done next. Now, I have found that in the civilian activities that I participate in, whether it's an organization, an association that's dealing with veterans, or whether it's organizing a movement within your community or getting something done. But that's still the most important thing. And I want to make it clear to the students who are here that it will apply to you as well. There are many times when this is happening in my life. I had some serious battles inside occupied France against the Germans, and these young farmers from these farms all over the central part of France had to be trained and motivated to be willing to attack a very well-armed, highly disciplined military force, meaning the German Wehrmacht. That's the German army. And the army was in control. But with proper training, these people knew that they loved France, and unlike many other places in the world, they had a militaristic national anthem. Whenever you wanted to motivate them, it was simply start singing the Marseillaise, and it would stimulate their adrenaline, and they would go forward. And that's the way we won many of the battles. We fought against a far superior military force. And I pass that on to you as something that those of us who have grown up with several wars in our basket, but it's going to pertain to the future. So I offer that to you as the advice from an old soldier who is trying to get along in this modern, sophisticated world. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We have a piece that the choir is going to do by themselves with Mr. Z on the piano. So I'm going to make my way up there. Check my notes here. Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. We have the fifth graders that have a poem. So we're going to start that here in just a second.
Soldiers young and soldiers old, fought for freedom, brave and bold.
Okay, up next we have an Armed Forces medley. So when you hear your Armed Forces, we would love to honor you and stand if you are able to recognize you. Okay, we have one final piece for you, America the Beautiful. If you know it, you can sing along. After our program, we have some special treats for our veterans in the lobby. Sorry, performers, we don't have any for you. Another time. So if you would please stop by the concession stand, we would love to give you a special treat. Thank you.
Thank
students, if you could just hang tight, and let's recognize our 8th grade band. Thank you so much, band students. Our 5th graders, and our middle school choir students. Thank you all so much for coming. I'm glad, despite the craziness of our country right now, we can all unite and definitely say that we are united in thanking our veterans. Thank you so much for coming this afternoon.